She talks now. It's really weird. Okay, take your, let's go right arm forward, make a fist. Now, if having the arm level with your shoulder feels too stressful, the arm could be low, okay? But we just want to keep the arm straight. Body's tall. All I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine there's like, the pillow in front of me, I'm going to punch into that pillow, making an indentation. So guess what happens to my shoulder? It comes wide. And then I'm going to draw my shoulder back. Okay, that's it. So it can be low if we don't need it to be. Punch forward with your fist, and draw it back. I do want to keep a little bit of opening here. Punch forward, bring it back. And then can we all turn our palms so they face into the body? Yes, punch forward. We'll change that motion and then bring it back. One more time, punch forward. Let that shoulder move forward, bring it back. Good, and then bring the arm down. Other arm comes forward, kind of simple scapula mobility here. Chest stays wide, arm stays straight. Palm is going to face in. I'm going to punch forward into a pillow. Can I make indentation into that pillow? And then I'm going to bring it back. Bring that arm forward, shoulder goes wide, and then bring it back. Last two, slide forward, punch into the pillow, bring it back. Last one each way. Go forward, punch, punch, punch. Bring that shoulder back. Good. Make a basket with your fingers. I'm going to go sideways. You're going to be sits bones on your sits bones. Oops, I almost squished my dog. Didn't. So you're high on your sits bones. My pelvis isn't going to move here. Our focus is the ribs. I'm going to make this little basket, and my ribs are going to go back, and my back of my hand goes forward. So I'm resisting. I'm going forward with my hands, back with my ribs, and then I can look down. I want to feel a nice stretch in my back, upper back. And then I'm going to pull the chest forward, sternum forward, 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 lift up, and then I release it. Ribs go back of the hands go push forward. This is your exhale. Inhale, pull ribs forward and up. And I move through my thoracic spine, my mid-back. Exhale, push back. Inhale, bring it forward. Beautiful. One more time. Ribs go back of the hands go forward, look down, feel the stretch, and then bring your ribs forward and up. Up, 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 up. Give me those chests. Good. Woo. Release. Arms out to it. Let's do one arm at a time. Let's do just your right arm. Now palm is facing in, right? Big hand. Could I have a bit wide fingers? Now, could I get my shoulder to shrug up? And then shoulder slides down into the ribs. We're going to stay right about here. If this is too much for anybody, you can have it a lower hand, okay? We're going to make a circle first. Let's circle back. 1, 2, what's that back space like? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go forward. 1, 2, 3. Body easy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach long. Bring your arms slightly forward. You're going to turn the palm to the sky. Make a fist. Turn the palm to the ground. Turn the fist up. Turn the palm down. Start to rotate a little more. Notice how my arm bone is going to roll, roll, roll. My back of my hand almost faces behind me. And then I'm going to roll up. 2 more times. We roll the arm bone down. We roll it up. We internally rotate. Notice my shoulder stays back. And then reach that arm to the sky. Reach it down to the floor. Palm turns up. We reach up to the sky. Feel the side body get longer. Palm turns down. We reach to the floor. Good. Last one. Turn the palm up. Reach up. Get your ribs long. Palm down. Arm down. Woo, let that arm hang. Does it feel any different than the other arm? Maybe a little more by your side. Yeah? Other arm reaches up. Now energy through the fingers, the phalanges. Spread the hands wide so the webbing of your hand gets wide. Now let's all shrug our shoulder up. And then could we, from underneath our armpit, slide that arm down. It kind of lives and sits on our ribs. If this is too much, you can always lower your arm, okay? Let's go back circles first. Keep your palm facing me. Circle back. 1, 2, breathe. 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arm slightly forward. Turn the palm up. Make a fist. And a hug, like if you're holding something in your hand, you don't want to let it go, but you're going to roll your arm down and back. You're going to roll your arm bone up and back. Roll down and back. Feel your arm bone move. Roll up. Good. Really feel that spiral action of the arm. Chest is wide. You can always lower the arm if it's too much. Keep the arm long. One more time. Roll it up. Roll it down. And then let's roll it all the way up. Spread your hand. Reach up to the sky. Turn the palm down. Reach down to the floor. Feel energy through your fingers. Turn up. Reach up. Notice how the side body gets longer too. And then turn the palms down. Arms come down. Last one. Reach up. The whole side body gets long. Yes. And then reach down. The arm comes down. Okay, beautiful. One more thing for our head, our neck, and we're going to stand. So it's called, I like to think of it, you know those little teeny ferns they have in the redwoods, little fiddle ferns, and they're little small, the little baby ones, and they curl in on each other. That's what you're going to imagine is inside your middle of your head. And you're going to help that fern to curl, okay? So I'm going to draw my base of my head back, and then right in between my ears is that little fern. And I'm going to start to curl just like I was that little fern. Chin is going to start to go down towards my chest, and I'm curling inside my head. What's going to happen is we're going to get a stretch to the back of the neck, okay? So it's a smallish motion, but you're turning, curling, curling, curling in towards yourself. And then you're just going to come back up. All right, perfect. So ears go back over the shoulders. And then in that position, you're going to turn. Curl. Make sure you're breathing. It's a big stretch on the back of your neck, back of the head. The shoulders don't go with you, just the head. Just the head. And then come back up. Okay, I'm going to watch once. All right, so head back. Retract the head a little bit. And then turn from inside your head. Get that curl so we can open up the space of the low back. You go ahead, I'm going to watch. You're breathing. You're breathing. Keep going, keep going. You can do it. Keep going. Yes. Chin, yes, yes, yes. Chin tucks, chin tucks, chin tucks. Get that nice, beautiful stretch in the back of the neck. So hard to get. And then come back up. Oh, yes. Very nice. Okay, let's come on up to standing. You might want your chairs nearby just as our balance. But let's go ahead and do a little bit for the feet, okay? So we're going to do feet, and then we'll do hips here for mobility and a little balance. So balance comes from a couple things, right? It comes from our awareness of our feet, sensors in our actual feet, and also from our inner ears, okay? So let's take the right foot forward. And what you're going to do here is you're going to just roll that ankle open. Okay, so my side of my foot rolls open. And then I come back to a parallel flat foot position. I roll the side of the ankle open. I come back, foot flat. Now, we want to try not to do this for my whole leg. Can you see, Carrie? Did you get it? And so you're going to roll the ankle open. Okay, good. And then back to parallel. Couple more. Just roll that ankle open. The side of the foot should get a little stretch. Then we come back to center. Open. Now, if anyone wears shoes, which I think we all do here, these mobility exercises for our ankles is very important because we need this. Now, we're going to go internal rotation. So I'm turning my toes in. The leg will follow a little bit, but my hips stay forward. Let's do this again. Roll the ankle open here. Typically, we feel a bigger stretch here, and it's a joint mobility. So it's not like I want to have a huge, like a muscle stretch. It's just an opening of our ankle. I want to feel a little bit here, okay? One more time. And now you're going to externally rotate your legs just slightly. So it's not a big extra rotation because I don't be able to go anywhere. Just small. Pelvis stays facing forward. We do the same thing. Roll the ankle open and back. Good. Notice how that feels on that foot. Two more. One more. Good. Come parallel. Just walk around your space a little bit. Make a little, like a big circular walk. So you come, and then come back to your mat. Okay, other side, other foot comes forward, parallel, roll your ankle open, back to center. Roll the ankle open, back to center. I can almost, You could kind of think of that about this as stacking your big toe on top of your pinky toe is one way to think about it. One more time. All right, turn your toes inward. Make sure your pelvis doesn't go with you. Roll it open and back. Roll it open and back. Roll it open and back. One more. Roll it open and back. Slight external rotation, not huge, just a little bit. Roll it open, come back. Roll open, come back. Two more. Roll it open, come back. Last one. Roll open, come back. Okay, we're going to do one more thing for the feet. Could you grab a pillow, please, or a blanket? A nice hard one would be great. We're going to open up the tops of our feet. I think we did this last time. We want to do this every time. So your blanket's going to go behind you. Let's have our chairs in front of us. Let's take your right foot, toes turn under. The top of that foot's going to rest on top of your blanket or your pillow. Okay? Now, what tends to happen is as I put my foot back, especially if it's tight, I might lean forward. When you want to try to get upright, curl the pelvis under. You're going to feel more of a stretch. We want the stretch towards the top of your foot, okay? Get nice and tall. Give me a little knee bend, and then straighten. Little knee bend, and straighten. That's it. Little knee bend. One more. Woo, good work. Change, let's switch a root. Other side on the pillow. You might want to move it a little bit. Make sure you're parallel here. And then top of the foot is going to press down a little bit, pulls you forward and up. So we're lifting up, easy. Give me a little knee bend and stretch. Knee bend and stretch. Knee bend and stretch. Last one. Feel the back of the foot stretch. Back. Good. And come on out. Move your blanket out of the way. Let's go into some hip hinges and pelvic work. So your feet are going to be a little bit apart. Hands are going to rest in the front of your thighs. I want to stand right on top of my feet. So feel like you are really on top of your feet. Feel the heels, feel the balls of the feet. From here, I'm going to slide my hands down my legs. I'm going to have a soft knee bend, and my pelvis now goes back, way back. Chest is forward, you're in a long spine. And then I'm going to push my feet down, and I pull myself back up all the way tall. The pelvis goes forward a little bit. I'm not in my back, and pelvis goes forward, I'm tall. Okay, and back we go. Hips go back, soft knees, go way back, way back. You're going to get a stretch. Stand up, push the floor down, bring your pelvis on top of your legs. Let's do 3 to 4 more. Slide, keep your shoulders on your ribs, sits bones go way back. Opening up the back of the hips, press down, bring your hips forward on top of your feet. And inhale, let's go back. Exhale, let's stand up. Inhale, let's go back. Pelvis way back, feet, get that stretch. Exhale, push to stand up. Good, one more time, I want to watch. Inhale, go back down. Sits bones go back, chest looks forward. Everybody take your eyes forward a little bit. So your back stay long. There we go. And then stand up nice and tall. Okay, come on up. Keep your feet where they are. And let's stir the ball of the pelvis. Like we were a spoon, our pelvis was a spoon, and we're in a bowl of soup. And we're stirring around, or I guess maybe we're mixing cookie dough instead, but we're stirring around the edges of the bowl with our pelvis. You're going to get different angles of the hip here. If it's really tight, you can soften those knees a little bit, okay? Try to stir around in a circular motion. Notice where it feels stuck. Maybe I need to slow an area down. Totally okay? Yep, let's go one more this direction. Okay, switch the direction. Go the other way. You might have to take a moment to kind of figure that out and then stir the bowl of the pelvis. Can I make a circle? You're trying to make a circle. Circle it around. Yep, couple more. Opening up the hips, all the different angles of our hip here. One more. Okay, awesome. Soften the knees. Pelvis curls under. Tailbone tips back. So tailbone curls under. Tailbone tips back. Tailbone curls under. You'll feel low abs. Tailbone tips back. Curl tailbone under. Tailbone back. Last two. Maybe I'll say this way. Curl tailbone under. Tip back. One more. Curl tailbone under and down. Feel like your tailbone went down towards the floor, and then draw the front of your hip bones up. And I want you to see, can you feel that low abdominal kick on? Take a breath here. Feel the low abdominals draw up the front. And then just let it go. Okay? Take your arms out to the side. We're going to reach and reach. I want to see the ribs move and move. And imagine you could reach for something over there. Oh, I almost got it. And I'm going to reach over there. I'm going to reach. And I'm going to reach. And notice how my ribs have to go with me. I'll feel my waistline. Really reach for something. Reach. One more each side. Reach. Reach. Come back to center. Right arm comes down. Left arm goes up. Palms facing in. Soft knees. We're going to reach up to the sky like I was going to pick something off the ceiling. And then I'm going to go over at the same time. And then I come back up. Left arm comes down. Right arm goes up. I'm going to reach up like I want to reach for the ceiling, and then I'm going to go over. Side bend. Feel how the waistline gets shorter over here, longer over here. And then come up. One more time each side. I reach down, I reach over. Reach through your fingers in both directions. Come back up. Get big through your stretch. Reach out of the body, down and out. And then come back up. Bring your feet all the way together. Some of us will keep the eyes open, just a little balance challenge. It's not super hard. There's a nice inner ear, and then we're going to get to the ground. So feet together, inner thighs together, a sense of that lifting up through the body. Now, just let your body drop down onto your feet. Eyes are forward. Focus the eyes for a moment. And just start to notice any micro adjustments that your feet might be making. And that's a good thing. That's the body trying to figure out this new position, okay? Let's do eyes open first, everyone. And so you're just going to start to turn the head. It's kind of simple. To the right and then the left. And it's not a huge head turn. I'm just making a small head turn just to activate my inner ears, okay? Just a little stimulation for the inner ear. If you get dizzy, you can stop. We'll do a few more. Eyes are open. Little head turns. Find your breath. Make sure you stay breathing. Okay, come back to center. Take a break. If that was really challenging, you can keep your eyes open. Otherwise, if they want a little more challenge, close your eyes. Find center first. Notice all the little micro adjustments the body's making with eyes closed. You can always open your eyes. You can always hold on to your chair as well, okay? Especially if you feel super unsteady, hold on to something. Now turn the head a little side to side with the eyes closed. You can go slow. You don't have to go fast. If you get dizzy, you can stop. Let's do two more. One more. Come back to center. Open the eyes. Separate the feet. We're going to go into a roll down. Starting from that chin tuck we learned when we were seated. Okay, feet a little bit apart. I'm going to go chin to chest. So there's your friddle fern. Then the sternum drops back. There's the ribs back. And then you continue to roll down. Arms dangle. You might need to bend the knees. We're rolling through that low back. And roll all the way down. Breathing. Bend the knees as you need to. Keep weight on the front and the back of your feet. Coming down to where it feels comfortable for you. And again, let's all have a soft knee actually. And then here, take an inhale. From the exhale, you curl tailbone under first. It's hard to feel, but that's where you're going to lead from. Tailbone goes down the back. The pubic bone lifts up the front. And then we're rolling all the way up. All the way tall. Let's lift our chests, lift our eyes at the top. A little mini teeny back bend. Inhale here. Exhale, chin tucks. I'm going to watch. Go chin tucks. Then sternum drops back. Down you go. Slowly but surely, rolling through your spine. Rolling through the spine. Let your heads fall. Bending the knees at the bottom. See if you can hang out at the bottom for a second. Inhaling. And on the exhale, lead with the pelvis. Pelvis curls under you, rolling back up. We have a few quickies over here. We'll go one more together. So chin tucks, sternum softens back, rounding down. Rolling through the spine. Hang out at the bottom for a second. Let yourself hang and drop forward. Feel the length of the spine. Feel the blood flow reverse. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, curl up. Tailbone goes towards the heels. Pubic bone draws up the center of the body. All the way up. Okay, last thing standing. It's for our low back and our hips. We're going to do something called a lumbar circle. We'll do a quarter one, and then we'll go to the ground. So soft knees, tailbone curls under. That's going to stay that way the whole time, okay? So pelvis under, soft knees. Everyone locate your belly button. I know we think we know where it is, but surprisingly, everyone does this from their head. So we're gonna direct the movement from where our belly button is. We're gonna side bend from the belly button towards the right. Now knees are bent, tailbone under. We're gonna let that opposite shoulder roll forward. And we're gonna round to the center of the legs. And you're hanging, like you were hanging up and over a shelf. We're gonna get a stretch in our backs here. And then we're going to, right from here, we're just going to roll ourselves back up to standing. Just so it's a quarter lumbar, a little half circle. Good. Okay, from your belly button, let's side bend the other way. Let your opposite shoulder roll forward. Round. Take your time. Roll to the middle. Take an inhale. Pick up the belly. Roll, stack your spine back up. One more each way, tailbone under, side bend. Roll that opposite shoulder forward. Round through the middle. Hang here in the middle. And then roll up through center. Nice. So soft knees. Make sure the pelvis stays under you. Let's go the other way. Side bend. See the side bend. Yes. And then roll that opposite shoulder forward. Carve yourself through the middle. That circular motion here. Take an inhale. Draw the belly in and up to roll yourself up. Awesome. Okay, good. Let's go to the ground. Let's start with a little hip opener. Let me move this down. Okay. So let's go feet a little bit wide. And we're just resting a little bit on our hands. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And your feet, your legs, you want it to have at least as wide as your mat. Because if they're too close, you won't be able to do this hip mobility, okay? And I'm just a little bit of weight back. I don't want to be scrunched here, otherwise my wrists will get really tired. So from the feet and the thighs, can we just roll the thighs to the right? Woo, I'm a little tight. And just don't push it. Just allow one leg to roll in. One leg rolls out, and then my feet are also rolling, okay? And I'm going to go through center, feet are flat, and I go to the other side. Come through center, feel the feet, and then we roll. Coming back through center, feel how the thigh bones roll. Don't over push. It's going to open up, I promise. Come back to center. This one we consider this a travel in the primal movement way, because you'll notice how your legs get a little bit away from you. If that happens, you just walk your hands towards your hips. And then let's go a few more. You can go to side. It's also called the windshield wiper. You can decide to go a little quicker if that feels good, or you can stay going slow. Don't push them. You don't have to push don't try to get to the floor. We just want to see. Let the thigh bones roll in and out. Over those feet. Couple more. Yep. That's it. Good. Next time you go towards your right, You're going to come up and you're sitting in this like little Z sit, kind of shin box position. We all find that? And then notice my chest. My chest is going to rotate to the right too. Give me a little rotation. Now, hopefully my back hip's off the ground, right? So if I'm pushing it down, it might be too much on my knee. So you can let that back hip come off. Let's go back through center, find neutral. Find that shin box on the other side. My back hip can come up. I'm going to turn my chest. I'm facing the left. Come back to center, find your feet. And roll and turn your chest to face that way. Come back to center. And let your spine rotate, let your hip rotate to the left. Come back to center. We'll do one more each side. Rotate, let your hip now, let's let our back hip roll forward a little more. Roll the chest. Can we rotate a little more towards the right? Maybe look with your eyes over that right shoulder. Take a breath here. Go back to center. Go all the way over to the left, allowing your right hip to come forward. Roll it forward. Allow your chest to rotate towards the left, and then look over the left shoulder. Don't crank on the neck, but see if you can turn the head and look, and you're going to feel a rotation through the spine. And then come back to center. Let's take our legs so their feet are flat, hands behind the thighs. Let's use our arms and pull ourselves up a little tall. So I'm high. If I rocked here on my sits bones, I'd be nice and high. And then you're going to take an inhale. And on our exhale, we're going to let our body just kind of slouch backwards off my arms. And I can lean a little more off my arms. And my feet are staying grounded. And I'm kind of slouching back. And then I'm going to bring myself forward. And then all the way up. So it's kind of a relaxed position at first. So you're nice and tall. I'm just going to curl tailbone. I'm going to slouch back and then hang off my arms. Oh, there's a baby. So cute. Oh my goodness. And then come back up. Oh, I want to hold that baby. Not you. Nice and and then curl. He thinks he's the baby. And roll back. Oh my gosh. And then come back up. Nice and tall. So let's make it a little more dynamic, a little more work. So curl tailbone under now. And now think about making a big C curve with your spine. Ribs still go back. Ribs are going to, think about your ribs going back and as if they could slide up the back wall behind you. Yes, that's it. Good. Let go of the arms. Stay there, but let go of your legs, I should say. And then take an inhale. On the exhale, hollow the belly. Bring yourself forward all the way over your legs. Hang over the legs. And then roll nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, curl tailbone under you. Make a big C curve, hollowing out the belly. Think of your ribs sliding back and up a back wall here. So it's going to give you some more space. Yep, and then release the arms, inhale. Exhale, belly pulls back, up and over the legs, up and over, up and over, up and over. Hang between your legs, let your head hang. Feel that stretch in the back. One more time, inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, curl pelvis. Ribs reach back, and they slide up the back wall. Feel your belly, feel the back stretch. Take an inhale, release the arms. Exhale, belly pulls back, we dive forward, dive, hanging the head. And then grow nice and tall. Woo! Okay, let's go a little sideline position. Open up our hips. This is going to be a hip opener, but also a strengthener. So it's going to do both things at the same time. We're going to lay either, so here's a couple options. You can always put a block under the head for neck people or shoulder people. You can also fold your arm, but if that, that might be, if that feels good, or arm can be straight. We're going to be at this 90-degree position with the legs. So knees are stacked, heels are back a little bit towards your sits bones. And importantly here is that we're Imagine you're against a wall almost, so you're in one long line, and the lower waistline's lifted up a little bit. Okay, you're gonna let your leg is gonna press back behind you. Yep, and when we do that, some of us tend to kind of arch in our back. So you're gonna keep your pelvis lifted up the front, and it's just your thigh bone that presses back. So you might feel hamstring. And then let's just fold in the hip and bring the leg forward. And then we'll swing the leg back. Bring the leg forward. Take the leg thigh bone back. Thigh bone crease, bring it forward. One more, thigh like this, thigh bone back. Thigh bone forward. Okay, take the thigh bone back. Lift the leg up. Show me your inner thigh and bring the leg forward. We take the leg back. We lift it up. Show me your inner thigh. Bring the leg around. Core stays engaged. I'm staying stable through my center. I'm moving through my hip socket. Go back, up, and around. One more like this. We're going to go back. We're going to go up. We're going to go around. Let's reverse. Let's go up. Let's go back. Down and forward. Now let's talk about this for a second. Let's go up. When I go back, I'm going to roll my thigh bone internal and press back. Then I lower down. Then I come forward. Let's slow this down. I want us to get this. So we go up. We're going to start to internally rotate your knee towards the ground, your thigh bone towards the ground. Then you press back and down. Then you come forward. One more. So you're going to go up. Now don't go external. Don't let your knee lift to the sky. Your knee's going to point down. It points down and back. Oh, man. And then rest. Whew, hopefully the glute's working a little bit. Take your leg forward. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, it's not going to go very high. It can be a little low. Take your arm forward, too. We're going to lift the arm and the leg up and down. Just 5 times. We lift arm and leg up, 2, and down. We lift up 3, and down, 4, and down. Arm and leg lift together, 5, and down. Now arm and leg swing back. Reach back. Reach, reach, reach. You're just in a big reach. Your back leg is pressing. Can you reach your heel behind you? Take a big long stretch. And then just fold the leg in. Press yourself up. And we just have to switch around to the other side. Okay. Now, we have to be a little more, I want to make sure we're going to do this exercise probably a little more slow for the internal rotation part, and I'll try to talk us through it. Okay, so shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, heels are back a little bit. Lift that waistline up and feel easy. So I'm not tensing my shoulders to do that. It's the core that has to lift up. All right, first we're going to just let the leg go back behind us. What does this side feel like? It's the thigh bone that goes back. I'm parallel. My knee's not up or down. It's just in the middle. And I'm going to crease in the front of my hip and I bring the leg forward. I want to feel that crease, okay? I want to go back. I want to feel hamstring glute. Pelvis stays lifted. I'm going to come forward. Crease in your hip. Take your leg back. Take it easy. Take the thigh bone back. Bring it forward. Crease in your hip. One more. Thigh bone back. Crease in the hip. Come forward. Okay, this time thigh bone goes back. You're going to lift it up. You're going to turn your leg, your inner thigh towards me, towards the front, and then the leg comes down. You take the leg back. Your hips don't go with you. It's just your thigh bone, so you might have to make it even slower than I'm going, because I don't want those hips to move around. I don't want the pelvis to move around. I want to keep your hips stacked as you move your thigh bone. Okay? Yep, so go back, go up, turn the inner thigh towards me, and down. One more time. Go back, go up, turn the leg towards me, and down. Rest. Can we go the other way? We'll take it slow. Don't try to make it super big. Let's go up. Let's turn the knee down as the leg goes behind us. Then it lowers and it comes forward. The leg comes up, Yeah, hips stay stacked. Turn the leg down, inner thigh down, and forward. Take the leg up. It's a little hard to do because we're not used to doing this motion. And down. One more. All right, take the leg forward, any amount. Take your arm forward. Sit bones stay wide. Core stays engaged. Let's lift arm and leg together. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arm and leg reach back. Reach, reach, reach. It's a big stretch. Reach through your heel, reach through your fingertips. Take a big breath. How much can I reach? Let go of tension in the neck and the face. Breathe into your waistline. And then lower the arm, lower the leg. Roll to your bellies. Lay on your bellies. Arms are going to be out to a V. Legs are out to a V. Rock your hips a little side to side. Feel your pelvis. Can I press my front of my pelvis into the floor? And then could I just hover the legs and the arms? I'm just hovering. I'm reaching out of my body. It's not high. It's just a hover. And then stay here for a moment. Take a breath. Take another breath. Take one more breath. Lower everything down. Hands by your ribs. Press back. Give me a little child's pose. Reach those arms forward. Knees can be wide. If this feels not good for anyone, you can always lay on your back with knees into the chest, okay? Rest your foreheads. Walk your hands. And again, if it's too much on shoulders, you can bend the elbows. It's fine. Or widen or have the arms behind you as well. Trying to walk them forward is great, but not if it feels pinchy, okay? And just breathe here for another breath or two. Feel weight on the forehead. One more breath. Breathing into the pelvis. And then just slowly rolling up. Find just any kind of comfortable seat or cross-legged position if you can, okay? One more little thing. Just a little circular motion here. Hands on your shins. We're gonna slide a little to the right with our chest. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go to the left and forward. Let's just do 3. When I go back and around, I'm gonna look down. When I come forward, I look straight ahead. Yep, and then go the other way. Make a circular motion. One more. Okay, come to center, switch your legs for a moment. Can we lean forward a little bit? And then lean back a little bit. Lean forward, crease up the hips a little bit. Feel your hips. Lean back a little bit. I'm creasing forward, it's a hip hinge. And then come back, switch your legs. We'll do one more here, just hinge forward. I want to get the hips a little open. And then we'll go back, come out of it. Good. Hinge forward, it's a long spine. And then go back. And last one, hinge forward. And then come back. And we're done. Thank you. Thanks for class. Thank you all. Have a wonderful summer, and I'll see you soon. Maybe you'll jump in a class and surprise me. That'd be awesome.
Will we meditate, Lila?
And we're going to meditate at 1. Yes.
I don't know. I'll be back.
Hey, good, 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 good. Thank you, thank you. See you soon. Oh, Ilana, I can't hear you, but I think you're muted. You're muted, but you're talking. Oh, wait, here, I'm going to ask to unmute you so you can chat with me. There you are.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I need to leave now, but thank you so much for all your classes.
Oh, thank you. I'll see you again, hopefully in August.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.